Today on Play to Win, the Falcons ended the year strong. So where do Dan Quinn and company go from here? Also, has Jake Fromm taken his last snap in Athens? Plus, we'll break down the NFL wildcard matchups. It's all that and more on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win. Xfinity. And Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, player medical and injury reports with Dr. Sadiq Al-Amin, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Good morning, Atlanta. Welcome to our first show of 2020, Play to Win. Chris Marler, Bob Whitfield, Terrence Mathis, and Chuck Smith. We're going to dive right into what's going on with Kirby Smart right now. All the talk, it was the press conference after the win over Baylor and how he's figured out that there is a disease at Georgia, and it has everything to do with the young players thinking they're better than they are. Let's take a listen to what he said.
To be honest with you, the future's only bright if those guys continue to work, because there's a disease and that creeps in at Georgia where kids believe they're better than they are, and they read their own press clippings. And our team chaplain did a wonderful job today expressing that in a verse, and I can't quote the verse. Jake probably can, but you know, he basically said that when you start reading about yourself and believing your own press clippings is when you start to fall. And those kids that you just mentioned are tremendous players, but they'll only be as good as they can be if they stay as hungry as they are.
Hits close to home for you guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe those kids were the two offensive linemen, because he played with a reshuffled offensive line. It was Wilson and Thomas, left tackle and guard, that didn't forego that game because they're preparing for the NFL. So they did have some issues getting enough talent to prepare for that game.
Yeah, they had like 13 or 16 players out. That's like, I'm not great at math, but it seems like a lot of the team. I honestly, I don't know. I think like he's got to be also aware that he's part of the problem with what he's talking about.
He was a little salty.
Yeah, he was.
he was a little salty. But at the end of the day, you know, I don't think I would have said a disease at Georgia. I would have probably said in college football.
Well, to me, let me just tell you, I'm looking at it from both sides. Matter of fact, from three sides. Let me look at it right now. Now, if you're a person that's watching me right now and you've ever tweeted one of these players and say, hey, why don't you come to Georgia? Why don't you come to Tennessee? You're tweeting these guys, you're texting them, doing all these different things, right, to get these guys to come to your school. You're a jock scratcher. You don't think that entitles your player? You don't think you're building them up? Guess what? So now they're going to Alabama. Now they're going to Georgia, Tennessee. Now guess what? Their expectations of being treated that way never change. So now from the coach's side, let me tackle this a little bit right here. From the coach's side, you go into these kids' homes, tell them you love them, tell them they're the best thing ever. You tell them you're going to get them to the NFL, and now you're mad because they feel entitled, and now they're looking at it, they're trying to get the bag. You're also part of the problem. Now kids and parents, you've been told all this stuff about now you're that guy, right? And now a lot of them are jumping from park to park, doing whatever it takes, going to all these camps, getting entitled because I got invited to all the 100 different all-star games that are out there. Yeah. Everybody has a hand in it. It is the culture down south, and it's something that will never be addressed because football is king down here, right? And that's how it is.
Preach. God dang.
And that was the gospel, guys. After the break, though, it's time for the dog report. Is the 2019 defense the best Kirby has had? We'll answer that and more on football's Play to Win.
Injured in an accident? While there are many law firms to choose from, there's only one name to remember.
Montlick & Associates.
At Montlick & Associates, we've been helping injured people get the compensation they deserve for over 35 years.
And we've recovered billions of dollars for our clients. To speak with a Montlick attorney, simply call 1-800-LAW-NEED or dial #WIN from your cell phone. That's #946. You pay no fee unless you win.
This is the Chevy Silverado with the world's first invisible trailer.
Invisible trailer?
Hop in. Silverado offers an optional technology package with up to 15 different views, including one enhanced view that makes your trailer appear invisible.
Wow. That's pretty sweet. That's cool.
Where's the trailer, though?
Get 0% financing for 72 months on all 2020 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, eligible GM card members get $1,000 in bonus earnings. That's on top of most other offers. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Bojangles has 2 sausage biscuits for $3. 2 sausage biscuits for $3. 2 sausage biscuits for $3. Sorry to sound like a broken record, but when a deal is this good, all you need to do is say it over and over again. It's Bo time.
Smart speaker, play smooth jazz playlist. Smart speaker, play easy listening smooth jazz playlist.
Internet down.
Smart speaker, play easy listening smooth jazz playlist.
Internet down.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. Get fast, reliable internet with AT&T Fiber, even during peak times. Get 300 megabits per second for $40 a month for a year. Limited availability may not be in your area. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Welcome back to Play to Win. Really strong finish for Georgia at the end of the season, and now we do what we do best. We analyze, we step back, we take a look at the season as a whole, and I want to start off with the question of, is this Kirby's best defense that he's had as of yet?
Yes. I mean, I don't think it's a question. This is one of the best defenses in Georgia history, right? I'd agree. When you guys agree?
You know I love numbers. I'll throw out some numbers for you right now.
No, you're not good at
Top
math.
5 scoring defense, top 5 total defense in the entire country. The most incredible stat from the entire season, they played 14 games. They had 12 halves of football, okay? Like up until halftime or after halftime. 12 halves where they shut out their opponent. That's like almost half the games.
No,
that's crazy.
Strong. Definitely strong. And I think they had a defense that was definitely complemented by a ball control offense. So your defense gets some rest because you can run the ball, you can eat up some clock, and then the defense can come back in fresh.
I was sleeping on Georgia all year until I watched the Sugar Bowl. I was sleeping. I watched that Sugar Bowl, and good gracious, that defense. Wow, that defense. If this is the 2020 Georgia Bulldogs, I'm going to ride them out.
He was dozing, knocked out.
Yeah, I was.
Let's not forget about the game before this, though. Let's not get too crazy here, y'all.
Man, listen,
Let's be
Georgia's
realistic.
defense were some beasts.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Listen, Georgia's
that
defense.
speed, man.
Real quick. Now, you're a Bama guy. Bama, Georgia defense, who you take?
Oh, Georgia all day. I miss Kirby so much. And they're young. They're going to be there for at least 2 more years.
So to me, one thing about Georgia this year, you got to throw, I mean, really, this defense was absolutely fantastic. And if this defense doesn't do what they do this year, Georgia probably loses a couple more games. No one ran on these dudes. The mindset of these dogs was toughness. What was it? Almost the first half of the season, they didn't even give up a running touchdown, which is rare and incredible and rarely seen not only in Georgia football, but the entire NCAA.
It's the first time it happened since 1980. They didn't give it up to the Auburn game. I mean, only 2 teams scored 20 or more points against them.
That's my numbers, dude. That's my dude.
I got you.
I'm awake now.
And Terrence is officially woke on Georgia.
I was.
Stay
I'm sorry.
woke, guys. Well, that is what our experts have to say. Now it's time for you guys to be the expert and play our Ippolito's You Be the Expert contest. This season, be sure to visit our website, playingtowin.tv, and take a shot to be #1 against all the competition by picking this week's college and NFL winners against the spread. We'll be giving away Ippolito's $100 and $50 gift certificates to each week's first and second place winners. So make sure you come back every week and prove your football IQ by being the best at predicting this week's college and NFL games. Ippolito's, a great neighborhood Italian restaurant. And still to come, with the season in the books, how will the 2019 Falcons be remembered? But next, who do our experts like in the NFL wildcard matchups? Keep watching on Football's Play to Win to find out.
At Beaver Toyota, we have a vehicle for everyone. Hundreds of pre-owned and certified Toyotas. Plus, we carry Honda, Nissan, Ford, Chevy, and Kia. We have what you're looking for, even vehicles as low as $59.95. Looking for a new car? No problem. Take a look at our huge selection of Highlanders, Tacomas, and the all-new RAV4. Did I mention all these come with a lifetime warranty and oil changes? At Beaver Toyota, if we don't have it, they don't make it. Come check out the all-new Beaver Toyota coming.
Queso makes everything better. Yeah! Even steak. Dive into our new steak and queso today.
Athletes of all levels experience more wear and tear than most. Stop playing through the pain. Get the proper medical attention you need from Dr. Elamine and the staff at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute. Our team includes specialists in many fields offering compassionate care and advanced treatments that will get you back in the game. From weekend warriors to athletes of all levels, we've got your back and shoulder and ankle and knee. Call today for an appointment or visit theshouldernation.com.
Three words: liquid white gold. Dive into our queso today.
Today's NFL Road to the Super Bowl is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
Welcome back. It's time to paint my favorite picture of the season, the playoff picture. And we'll start off with our AFC playoff brackets right here for the wild card.
All right, don't sleep on Buffalo. I'm telling you right now, Buffalo at Houston. This Buffalo team with Josh Allen has absolutely exceeded my expectations. Folks in Buffalo love it, but Deshaun Watson gonna be tough to beat. I'm rolling with Houston.
And I still like Tom Brady to do his thing. Hasn't played a little early season playoff game in years, so I like New England.
I wonder if this is finally going to be the year where you have some of these younger guys that are supposed to be like kind of dethroning Tom Brady, like Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Deshaun Watson. I wonder if it's going to be their time now.
Well, but it's not Tennessee time.
that is true.
Since Belichick was hired in 2000, the Patriots have only played in the wild card round 3 times, and none of those seasons were seasons that they made it to the Super Bowl. So I'm just saying. 3 times. Okay, you're welcome. Let's take a look at the NFC.
Good matchup right there. Minnesota, New Orleans right there. Rematch, but it's at New Orleans. So maybe the referees will see things their way this time.
And the thing is, can Kirk Cousins really win in the playoffs? Think about him. He struggled in the playoffs. You playing at New Orleans. You're talking about a team right now that believes in themselves. So from what I see, it's going to be New Orleans. But really interesting, Seattle's already went into Philly and beat them. I really think Seattle is going to surprise Philly, go in there, and there's going to be funnel cake and everything flying over the place when Seattle beats them.
Funnel cakes? You mean beignets? All that powdered sugar everywhere?
Cheesesteaks.
I wonder if this is going to be the year that like the Falcons, if the Falcon fans have to watch either their arch rival or their former offensive coordinator go to the Super Bowl. Because that is not going to be fun.
What do you got? What vacancies in the NFL coaching realm are intriguing you guys?
New York,
baby.
Yeah, New York to me, I think that's surprising. I mean, it's the Big Apple. When you do good in the Big Apple, New York, I mean, you're going to be what? I mean, successful when it comes to after that because you build your brand. Now, talent, Saquon Barkley, right? You got Danny Dimes up there. You got what? Come on now, think of what they have at quarterback. They got young talent. I mean, to me, this is a team that I would sign Marcus Golden back as their #1 pass rusher. Giants job, I love it.
Wow. Boom. It sounds like some of these new coaches might need some help moving, and we have just the guy for that. The president and CEO of Atlanta Peach Movers, Orlando Lynch, joined us today.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Orlando. Thanks for hanging out. Tell us all how you got started in the moving business.
Well, in 1987, I was moving to Brookhaven, and I actually asked the owner of the moving company, did he want to sell his business? And I ended up buying his company for $4,500.
Wow, and the rest is history. What services do you guys offer?
We offer local, long distance, residential, commercial, packing, unpacking, and storage. We have 110,000 square feet of storage space in Doraville.
And aside from all that, what makes you guys different?
What makes us different is our training. We actually built a 2-story house inside of our warehouse to train our employees. It has a living room, dining room, bedrooms, and a staircase. So these guys have to learn how to wrap and carry the furniture properly before they can move your furniture.
It's all in the training, and you guys are big in giving back to the community here.
Oh yeah, some of our customers are Habitat for Humanity. We help the hurricane victims. Whenever there's a hurricane, we've partnered with various organizations throughout Atlanta to transport the goods to wherever the hurricanes have occurred.
That's incredible. Give everybody the website once again so they can find you.
The website is atlantapeachmovers.com.
No tree in that name, guys. Coming up, it's Clemson and LSU in the national championship. We take our first look at the battle between the two Death Valleys. Keep watching on Football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers, Moe's Southwest Grill, and the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute.
This is the Chevy Silverado with the world's first invisible trailer.
Invisible trailer?
Hop in. Silverado offers an optional technology package with up to 15 different views, including one enhanced view that makes your trailer appear invisible.
Wow.
That's pretty sweet. That's cool.
Where's the trailer though?
Get 0% financing for 72 months on all 2020 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, eligible GM card members get $1,000 in bonus earnings. That's on top of most other offers. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Smart speaker, play smooth jazz playlist. Smart speaker, play easy listening smooth jazz playlist.
Internet down.
Smart speaker, play easy listening smooth jazz playlist.
Internet down.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. Get fast, reliable internet with AT&T Fiber, even during peak times. Get 300 megabits per second for $40 a month for a year. Limited availability may not be in your area. Call 1-877 only ATT.
We've owned a few different houses through the years. Your company was absolutely the best. They were so professional. Everything they did, they didn't get a mark on a wall or anything else. It was clean, it was friendly, and it was fun. And most of the time, moving is not fun. I'm going to give a great recommendation to Atlanta Peach Movers. It's always on time and it's always professional. There is no tree in Atlanta Peach Movers.
To schedule your move, call Atlanta Peach Movers today.
Three words: liquid white gold. Dive into our queso today.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers.
Welcome back. I don't know about you guys, but maybe it's just me. I feel like bowl games are kind of losing a little bit of their luster as far as I'm concerned. So my question to you guys is, are bowl games still a thing? Are they just as big as they've always been?
I don't like, what you see when you watch the game on TV and it's an empty stadium, not much excitement.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah, you see a lot of that, but I think you can shorten the season, take those little soft cream puff games out and expand the playoffs, and you can pick
then
up
how would
activity.
Clemson have a schedule?
Exactly.
I mean, no, I agree with you though. What I missed more than anything, we brought it up last week. New Year's Day used to have, I think it was like 8 bowl games, and they had every top 10 team playing on New Year's Day. Now you only have 4 games, and they put the 2 1 o'clock games on at the same time.
I kind of like bowl season because those teams, those schools that don't normally get national televised games get an opportunity to play and show what they're about, and I like it.
Well, we know some of this is about the fans, right? And we know it's about the players. I like it because it's part of history. A lot of great players have played in these bowl games. So when you look at it's like almost to me a reward. So from a selfishness standpoint of now with people with this Final Four and this national championship, we we just want the 4 teams to benefit. No. I just think it's good. And real quick on something Bob said, hell, the Pac-12, if you look at some of the games, you look at the stands. Now, I'm going to tell you this. These games I've seen in the SEC and the Big Ten, these games have a lot of people there, so you got to speak on the conferences, how packed the stadiums were.
That's a you thing, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I got a packed stadium for you guys. It's time for our college football showdown of the week.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
Now, we're going to wait for this one for a minute because, it's the 13th. But, of course, the showdown of the week, when it is the week, is going to be Clemson, LSU, a battle of the Tigers in New Orleans. Pray for New Orleans.
Oh, man, pray for their livers.
I know, right?
It's gonna be
tough. On Bourbon Street.
Crazy.
I mean, ain't no need to wait. When you think about this game, think about the 2 quarterbacks that are involved in this game.
Wow.
Think about Trevor Lawrence. Think about Joe Burrow. You're talking about 2 quarterbacks that could literally will be NFL 1-1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back to back when it comes to #1 draft picks. I love just the quarterback, just this whole storyline with the quarterbacks.
The storyline for LSU too, just like what an incredible season the entire year when you have Coach O, you have Joe Burrow coming in here after the transfer and everything like that, winning the Heisman, and then getting to close it out in your backyard. Wow. That's wow.
And listen to this. I'm gonna tell you this. Listen, as far as performances are concerned, Trevor Lawrence's performance in that bowl game was absolutely stunning. I'm just telling you, when you look at what he did running the ball, look at his toughness, look at his leadership, this guy is the real deal. And I'm going to tell you like this, Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. I'm not going by numbers. I'm talking about from what I've seen, in my opinion, what I believe.
You're right. Honestly, I think you're right. I said this the other day to a Clemson friend of mine. One of the biggest travesties, I think, for any college football fan is that no one's paying attention to Trevor Lawrence except for 1 or 2 games a year, and they're missing out on an incredible quarterback.
Well, I'm gonna pay attention to someone else in that game, and it's ATN, that running back from Clemson. He brings it for them, and that's a guy that, to me, is the one that is the difference makers. If the quarterbacks get into his shootout, he's going to be the savior for Clemson.
Right there.
Well, the good news is we have a while to keep talking about that game. We'll have a full breakdown next week. And when we return, it's Falcons talk. How will this season be remembered? We'll discuss it next on Football's Play to Win.
This is it. We're expanding our vegetable menu. Looking for a lifestyle change or just trying to eat a little bit better? Well, This Is It is here to serve. Vegetables include fresh broccoli, squash, greens, cabbage, green beans, and so many more vegetables. Every Tuesday is now Healthy Tuesdays. Buy a 4-veggie plate and get a 3-veggie plate absolutely free. That's right, a free vegetable plate. Everybody, eat more veggies.
So much love.
What do insurance companies love? It's money. Making it and keeping it. That's their job. Our job is to get accident victims every penny they deserve. Our clients love that. Insurance companies don't. If you've been injured, it pays to speak with a Montlick attorney first. Dial #WIN now from your cell phone. That's #946.
Hey, look, I know you have many places to buy a used car, but let me tell you why you should buy one from me. Each one of our vehicles is detailed by hand and has undergone an extensive mechanical inspection. Nothing but the best. I keep a crazy inventory featuring domestics, imports, luxury cars, sports cars, and always some really neat trucks. Plus, Beaver Toyota's exclusive 5-day exchange policy. If you don't like it, just bring it back. Used cars, we're the leader. Beaver Toyota, we're here to wow you.
3 words: liquid white gold. Dive into our queso today.
Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Welcome back. It's time to talk some Falcons. What a strong finish, 4 straight wins. If you're asking me, I'm saying we looked at 2 completely different Falcons teams this year, the one before the bye, the one after the bye. Dan Quinn, Thomas Dimitroff securing their jobs in 2020. A lot of support from the team, a lot of support from Arthur Blank. Let's hear what Dan had to say.
I don't want to discount the first half as much as it sucked. There was a lot to be gained from that. The second half, we were able to apply it, but there's no trophy for playing well in the second half. It has to carry over. And so for us to play like we want to play, I'm glad we went through the fight.
And a fight they went through.
What, 6 of the last 8? They won 4 in a row, but 6 of the last 8, that's pretty good. You know, how would you remember the season? It was up and down. And I was emotional the first half. I was upset. The second half, I was like, maybe they can make a run and get into the playoffs. But they didn't. But at the end of the day, I thought it was a great job keeping Quinn. You know, I'm still questionable about the GM. But at the same time, they bought into what he's doing. And I think they're going to do a good job. What they need. This is what they need going into next year. They got to get a rush in. They have to get a running back. And they have to draft a quarterback. You got to look for the future.
Resilient. What I see is the Falcon resiliency. Let me just talk about it. I'm going to talk about it from a player. All good vibes. When you go through what the Falcons went through this year, it's about being resilient. So, yeah, no one look, the players ain't thinking about this the first part of the season. I mean, can you imagine winning 6 of 8, and you get a chance to go in the offseason and change the narrative, and now people believing in you? A lot of the Falcon faithful are saying, you know what, there might be some good things that happen out of this, and I think it's good vibes.
Sounds like a Falcon team we were familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how we got to the Super Bowl. Yeah, exactly. In '97, we closed out strong, and then next year, '98, we did our thing.
All I'll say is just find someone that looks at you the way Thomas Dimitroff looks at Dan Quinn during that press conference.
I was losing my job.
Right. So I got to say something, though, real quick. Let me tell you, I earned a lot of respect. I mean, Dan Quinn earned a lot of respect from me, the way he handled himself. Look at what he says. And I know a lot of people don't like the coaches speak, but I love how he handled himself. I don't know if I've seen a coach ever handle the good, the bad, and everything in between like Dan Quinn, because to me, being a coach is all about being what? Not letting the high get too high and the low get too low. He was somewhere in the middle. I think that says a lot, and I think that's a big reason the Falcons transition, plus him being humble. So many things about Dan Quinn I appreciate, and I'm glad he's back, and he deserves this opportunity.
You know, also, real quick on the 6 out of the last 8 games, those wins, they beat half the of the NFC playoff teams. Right. I mean, it was a good season in some sense.
Yeah, the future is looking like it might be pretty bright for the Falcons. And I never thought I would see myself saying that at the end of the season the way that it started out. But yeah, kudos to Dan Quinn. Guys, when we come back, we'll have Jeffrey's picks in the lightning round. Stay with us.
Athletes of all levels experience more wear and tear than most. Stop playing through the pain. Get the proper medical attention you need from Dr. Elamine and the staff at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute. Our team includes specialists in many fields offering compassionate care and advanced treatments that will get you back in the game. From weekend warriors to athletes of all levels, we've got your back and shoulder and ankle and knee. Call today for an appointment or visit theshouldernation.com.
Bojangles has 2 sausage biscuits for $3. 2 sausage biscuits for $3. 2 sausage biscuits for $3. Sorry to sound like a broken record, but when a deal is this good, all you need to do is say it over and over again. It's Bo time.
On or off the field, we all have rules to play by. But what happens after a serious car crash? When the insurance company won't play fair? At Montlick & Associates, we know injury law, and we know what it takes to win. After all, we've been winning in our field for over 35 years. If you've been injured, we're here to help. Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation. That's #946.
Today's lightning round is being brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grill. Come in today.
Welcome back. It's time for the Moe's lightning round. Jeffrey, the Ed Schechter, take us home. New year, new picks.
I hate to see the season come to an end, but let's enjoy the playoffs. I was 4-0 in the pros last week, 7-3 overall. Thank you. Thank you. So now we have Buffalo at Houston, and Buffalo has played great ball this year. Their defense is great. They kind of struggle on offense. They're going to give Houston a hard time, but I think Houston's going to cover the 2.5. Something's wrong in New England. They just don't look right. I don't care if the record's 12-4. They had an easy schedule. And when you got a home game in December and you need to beat Miami and you can't beat them, there's a problem. My prediction is Tennessee. I'll give you another prediction. New England loses and Belichick retires.
I don't believe that.
Well, every now and then we got to try. Minnesota has a knack for losing big games. Cousins has a bad reputation. I think he shows up this week. I think they cover the 8 against New Orleans. Peterson's a great coach. Beaten up, banged up team. They made the playoffs, even though it's a terrible division. Seattle has already beaten them this year. I still like Seattle over Philly. Give the 2. Good luck, everybody.
All right, and good luck to you two off camera. Chuck's disagreeing with you. We'll see you all next week, 9 a.m., Fox 5, Play to Win.
Today's show has been brought to you by This Is It Barbecue, Atlanta Peach Movers, and your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.